Welcome students in this new session of Physics New Era. In this one, we are going to obtain the relation between surface energy and surface tension. We already know the concept of surface energy and concept of surface tension. Now we are going to interrelate these two, that is surface tension and surface energy. For that one, I am going to take one rectangular frame, that is ABCD, and it is dipped into the soap solution. There forms a one sort of film, and here the film it is shown. How the film it is created. Later on, the conceptual way, actually we are going to derive that one. How the relation, that is surface energy and surface tension, it is interrelated. Okay, so need to consider this frame, that is ABCD. Length of AB is equal to L, and similarly this is a rectangular frame, so CD, length CD is equal to L. Now both the lengths are same, as we need to apply a external force, so that CD it is get displaced from CD to C dash D by a smaller displacement dx. So here it is a small displacement dx takes place, so some sort of work has been done. That work we can term it as a dw, small amount of work is done. But during that time, the molecules which are exist here, see the diagram. In this diagram, the molecules of the surface, they are holding all other molecules, means a similar kind of molecule possesses a cohesive kind of force, and that's why there is a counterbalancing force. When I am going to pull this rectangular frame CD, it comes to C dash D dash after displacement dx. The counterbalancing force is applied by the film on both the sides. Force it is applied as soon as I am going to apply the force. Force applied on CD as well as AB. So as to maintain the constant distance between the molecule, there is a cohesive force. They pulling this frame once again from C dash D dash to CD towards AB. And this force is F, means this is a force applied, that is downward force, we say downward force. Okay, and F is a counterbalancing force towards the AB due to the cohesive force, so as to regain its original area. So this area already we have covered by applying a external force. So this small area is dA. So I am going to do some sort of work. This work is dW. So we know that formula, that work done is equal to force into displacement. Going to substitute. Small amount of force it is applied in a downward direction, counterbalancing force towards the AB. It is applied by the membrane from both sides, because membrane has two sides. So obviously all the molecules of that membrane possesses some sort of cohesive force, due to which the counterbalancing force it is applied in upward direction. How much is the counterbalancing force? F. It is applied on this length CD and AB, because I am stretching that. Similarly, the force it is applied on this side as well as this side. Stretching force we say, that is twice the length into T is the surface tension of this membrane of liquid. What I mean with the liquid? This membrane has been created having a surface tension of T. So this is equal to force into small amount of displacement it is takes place, that is dx. So dw is equal to f into dx. Substituting this value, 2l into t into dx. This 2l into dx is nothing but this small area which is formed, that can be written as a dA. So 2l dA is equal to 2l into dx. 2l into dx, as it has a two surfaces and twice the length, seems to be considering that dw is equal to 2l into t into dx, and 2l into dx is nothing but dA. So here it is t into dA. dw is equal to t into dA, or t is equal to dw upon dA. What about the unit? Here it is the unit of that. The unit of this relation or the surface tension, it is given by the work done, it is measured in joule, and area it is measured in meter square. So accordingly we have the dimension. The dimension it is given by on the basis of this formula, it is m1 L0 t raised to power minus 2. This is your dimension, this is your unit, and this is the basic formula regarding the surface tension. Now in this process, exactly all these stretching, applying a force, counterbalancing force, these all are isothermal, or these are under isothermal process. What exactly is this isothermal process? In this isothermal process means a system is at a constant temperature. There is a slow exchange of heat to the surrounding. Means there is an exchange of heat to the surrounding and temperature of the system remain constant. Hence, we conclude that the process which is carried out at a constant temperature is an isothermal process. So this is isothermal system and this is isothermal process. Thank you.